If 10 years ago you told me that I would be graduating virtually today, I would have probably thought you were insane. And likewise, if I told you that with a click of a button, you can publish information on a grand scale as the traditional media usually could, exclusively, you would have probably also thought I was a bit nuts. But here we are, and it's COVID-19 lockdown, and the reality of an online life that we are all leading has never been more pronounced. Now, my dissertation deals with defamation in the traditional media and on social media. And it addresses the difference that society has undergone. Because previously the traditional media could publish info on a grand scale, but it was kind of exclusive to the media, and now we can all do it. However, our law still differentiates between regular defendants and media defendants in defamation cases. Defamation happens if I publish something about you that makes you look bad, essentially. And defamation can either be justified or unjustified. In determining whether defamation is justified or unjustified, our courts look at media defendants and regular defendants differently, in that media defendants are held to a higher standard. One of the reasons for this is their previously exclusive ability to mass publish. And in the dissertation, I make the statement that all of us are now able to do that. With the click of a button, you can reach millions of people. And to make a long story short, I want to ask you all to communicate responsibly. If you disseminate information, be as careful as a newspaper editor would, because along with the ability to exercise your right to freedom of expression on that scale comes a massive responsibility. And do to others as you would want them to do to you.
By the authority vested in me, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees, diplomas, and certificates with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred and awarded in absentia to the candidates whose names appear in the graduation programs scheduled from the 7th of April to the 8th of May. As Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, I extend a hearty word of welcome to you at this graduation ceremony. Today, I'm conducting a virtual graduation in absentia for all of you, our valued graduates, in the context of a global pandemic caused by a coronavirus, COVID-19. This virtual ceremony is to enable you to formally graduate. We can call this ceremony, and the title of these brief remarks, Graduating in the Time of a Coronavirus, COVID-19. A graduation is a time of celebration of achievement at the end of an academic journey. It is a time of joy, it is a cherished moment, it stays in our memories. This virtual event will stay in our memories because of the extraordinary way in which the virus has brought the whole world to a standstill.
There are quite a few acknowledgements that I would like to incorporate into this video as well. Firstly, I dedicate this research to the journalists of South Africa who fulfill their mandate ethically and legally. You inspire me. Specifically, I want to say that I'm really inspired by the journalists of the company that I work for, CTP Limited, and our titles include a large amount of magazines as well as the Citizen and Caxton local media. I have a great passion for community journalism because the company allows our people in communities all over South Africa to keep you informed on the latest news. They do that 24/7 in print and online, and I'm very proud of you guys. Thank you for inspiring me. I'd like to thank my mentors, Irma Green and Paul Jenkins. You both mean a lot to me, and my career would have not been the same without you. 'n baie spesiale dankie aan my pa Gerard, my ma Gerda, my boetie Paul en my baie spesiale ouma Nina. Ek is baie lief vir julle en julle ondersteuning het vir my die wêreld beteken en beteken vandag nog vir my net soveel. Dis baie jammer dat ons hierdie dag saam in persoon kan vier, maar gelukkig het ons die internet. Dan my pelle. To each and every one of my friends, you've been keeping up with me for quite a few years, and I want to thank you for your support. Spesifiek baie dankie Helene Boshoff vir al jou liefde en ondersteuning. Ek kon op Sondagmiddag as ek nie meer kan nie, het ek geweet ek kan in my kar klim en jou toe ry en jy sal my help en hierdeur dra. En jy het dit ook gedoen. En dan laastens, op die dag wat ek my skripsie ingegee, was Lou Viljoen nog maar vir 'n rukkie my kerel, en ek het besluit om hom spesifiek te bedank, en ek het maar gehoop ons trou sodat dit nou nie later sou snaaks wees as ek hierdie ou se naam in my skripsie het nie. En gelukkig het hy my toe nou intussen gevra om te trou, en ons groot dag sou Saterdag gewees het, maar die partytjie moes ons nou natuurlik uitstel. Dit gaan wel vir ons nog 'n baie belangrike dag wees. So baie dankie Lou Viljoen vir jou ondersteuning. Jy is wonderlik.
By the authority vested in me, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees, diplomas and certificates with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred and awarded in absentia to the candidates whose names appear in the graduation programs scheduled from the 7th of April to the 8th of May 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, I extend a hearty word of welcome to you at this graduation ceremony.
The 1982 Nobel Prize for Literature winner, the Colombian Gabriel Garcia Marquez, penned a novel entitled Love in the Time of Cholera. It is a novel that references the cholera outbreaks in the 19th and 20th centuries in the Caribbean that were eventually contained. It is estimated that millions of people lost their lives. Today, I'm conducting a virtual graduation in absentia for all of you, our valued graduates, in the context of a global pandemic caused by a coronavirus, COVID-19. This virtual ceremony is to enable you to formally graduate so that you can get your certificates and get on with your lives. We can call this ceremony, and the title of these brief remarks, Graduating in the Time of a Coronavirus COVID-19. A graduation is a time of celebration of achievement at the end of an academic journey. It is a time of joy, it is a cherished moment, it stays in our memories. This virtual event will stay in our memories because of the extraordinary way in which the virus has brought the whole world to a standstill. It is a time of anxiety, fear, panic, and stress about the fragility of human life. Thousands have died and many more are dying globally. But at the same time, measures including the lockdown that has forced us to postpone our annual season of 32 graduations that would have taken place over a month have been taken to curb infections, flatten the curve, and prevent further loss of life. We do not know when, but we believe that these measures will succeed and that research will lead to the discovery of a vaccine and humanity will be saved. Our university, the University of Pretoria, is among the institutions that are at the forefront of fighting the virus, from participation in state committees and institutions like the National Institute of Communicable Diseases, NICD, in testing and treating infected people, doing research on possible vaccines, as well as using 3D printing to produce protective materials for healthcare professionals. This is over and above the UP Faculty of Health Sciences staff being in the front line in hospitals that are treating and testing people in our province. At this virtual graduation in absentia and the traditional ceremonies that will follow, we are graduating a record 11,001 graduates, one of the largest graduating cohorts, if not the largest in South Africa, in what would have been a season of graduations at this time. Of these 11,001, 9,688 are degrees and 1,021 are diplomas and certificates. When the virus has been defeated, we will hold the traditional celebratory ceremonies where graduates can walk across the stage in the presence of family and friends, take photographs, and go home for further celebrations. For now, allow me to congratulate you for a fine achievement. Well done. We are proud of you, and you have reason to be proud of yourself. All the days and months of applying your mind and being focused have paid off. This achievement would not have been possible without the support of partners, parents, guidance, family, and friends. As soon as conditions allow, we will inform you about ways to access your degree certificates. Finally, you now attain a new status, the status of being an alumnus of the University of Pretoria, and you join over 300,000 alumni. Go out there and promote your university and support it in the best way you can as a donor, mentor to our students, and a cheerleader. Keep in contact with the alumni office and update your contact details when they change. Please join your fellow alumni on the fastest growing alumni app in the world, UP Alumni Connect. By joining, you can advance your career, expand your network, and access exclusive opportunities. Search for Graduate Community in Google Play or at the App Store or online at www.upalumniconnect.com. If you join today, you stand to win one of 5 iPads. I hereby confer and award degrees, diplomas, and certificates in absentia to all candidates whose names appear in the graduation programs, which are scheduled from 7th April to 8th May 2020.
By the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this assembly of the University of Pretoria.